RC Richie back in the building. Back in my crawl dungeon. Doing some crawling tonight. Doing some installing. Happy hump day. Think we finally got to a point where we got this Venge build dialed in. I think tonight we're gonna finally get to try this torque beast. Throw it in one of these SCX 30s. From Mofo. Gonna throw it in these pebbles, which still has the 88 turn. So we'll see how that goes. Should be pretty straightforward, plug and play. Let's get this turntable out of here. So pretty much this is what we came up with. Last time on my last live, I was having a hard time running these wires. And I pretty much got it all sorted out. I was going to head and shorten up the wires. But at the end of the day, I don't feel confident in my iron. And I didn't want to make a mess and go ahead and start to chop my wires. So they still the same length, but we went ahead and tucked them inside here. And I actually went ahead and kind of painted the wires as well to blend it in, so it doesn't look too gaudy sticking out. But yeah, we're still gonna, and then also another thing is, I was running the stock plastic transmission, and like all my plastic transmissions, the hole started to ream out. So we had to take that out, and I went ahead and threw one of my metal transmissions in here. So we got the metal transmission in here now, which is actually a little bit noisier than the plastic one. But that's an endurance transmission. Yo, what's going on, man? So you can see the spur now is metal, aluminum, versus the plastic. We was quieter before, but we gained a little bit of noise now. So it's all good. Decided to go with the magnets. The magnet contact is not the best. And then at the end of the day, we're still not going to get a good situation with this lid, because we're still making some contact back here with the carrier bearing, but that's okay. Put some black marker on that. Black marker down here just to kind of blend it in a little bit, so it's just a little better on the eye. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna do some running on the course. We're gonna do some installing. I was playing around with these wheels, and I wanted to change them out, the tires, and put the pins on here. And after I did it, I did not like it. They were too big, and it was actually taken away from my steering. These are Endura pins. These are 72 millimeters. You can see they're already cut. But I couldn't get full turn because of them being too big, and I'm not willing to run the offset on these wheels and all that stuff just for that. But now we have a trimmed up set of wheels. These are 1.3s, Endura XH. I always have a hard time saying that. XHX pins. 72 by 24 1.3s. So yeah, that was too big looking. So we just pivoted and went back to these. These are some DJ crawler wheels that I have. And we actually did a little touch up on the wheels and put some purple in there. One more thing. For me, my experience as far as getting my geometry set up with these skids that are so low hanging, if you run them too flat in the front, you're definitely going to get some hang-ups in the front. So I noticed when I was running around on the course, I was scraping too much in this front over here. So I just changed my shock position by one hole and moved them up forward. So hopefully that's going to help with that. Yeah, everything pretty much else is still the same. We still have not put any weight on this. Yo, what's up, Bill? And to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if I'm going to need any weight on this. I weighed it for the first time, and I was actually shocked how much this thing weighs. This is definitely my lightest build to date. With the battery, and this is another thing I did just to kind of mask my battery so they could camouflage a little better while it's inside the chassis. I put black tape around them and a little bit of black marker on the edges. But yeah, here we go. $387. That's crazy. That's definitely my lightest build to date. None of my rigs are that light. None of them are even close to 400, I'm gonna think. What's going on, Bill? So yeah, I was worried about this battery, so it was another test that I wanted to do. I made sure I had a full charge, and I went on my course and tested it out. I set my timer, and I wanted to see how long I can get a run out of this. So I was still running, and I looked at my watch, and I was running on 13 minutes already. So at that point, I just stopped it and turned it off. But to me, that's plenty. So if we can run this for that long, even a 10-minute run with this battery, I'm happy with that. Just to keep the everything minimalistic. So the trick to this is I'm gonna have to plug it up, then kind of tuck it up in the roof. Have like a little bit of space up in this front where these two rails are at. And I can kind of just wedge it a little bit. It gives me just enough clearance to not touch that motor though. Like when I tell you it's tight, it's tight. I mean, if you can see inside there, let me see if I can get it, but that battery is like barely almost touching inside there. But yeah, let's get this over to the course real quick. And then I want to install this motor. And then we'll do some testing with that. Got 8 people in here. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Yeah, like right there, we definitely were scraping. J-Star. See the clearance right here too. Definitely is always a good spot for me to test right here. If I'm coming too close to that hump, I definitely have to raise up on my height. I got several spots on my course where I kind of use it as a gauge. And if I'm scraping, to me that's too low. And I usually raise up the body heights or suspension. These tires are okay. Hooked it. Yeah, she's pretty smooth. I'm definitely pretty impressed with this nano band. Everything. This ESC is dope. Can't beat it for 20 bucks. Definitely gonna be grabbing another one. Yeah, like this thing is pretty dialed in, man. I don't think I need any weight anywhere. Only thing that could get changed are the wheels, you know. But she's pretty dialed. See how much of this inside we can hook with these tires. What the heck is that? My fault, y'all. This shit was catching my eye. What up, Gary? Yeah. Yeah, these are these are 1.6, Gary. They're the ramp crabs though. But you can get, I was looking at the 1.8s today up there. Some of them you can get them next day delivery on Amazon. The 1.6s, I think they have a couple different colors, maybe gold. But yeah, these are it depends what size tires you're going to put on yours, you know what I mean? A 1.6, you can kind of get away with smaller tires. I just went with the 1.6 because at the time when I was thinking about it, I had this 1.3 size tire here, but it was a weird 1.3. It was like a 1.33 size tire, and it didn't fit properly on a regular 1.3. So I was just kind of sitting on them, but I probably would have got the 1.8s. But yeah, man, they just big. You just gotta have perfect clearance for them. I don't know if you saw me. I was talking about earlier. I just changed out these tires, and I had the pins on here, 72 millimeter pins, and yeah, I just couldn't get proper steering, so I took those off. What's up, Sundown? I just freehand them, cut them with some scissors, my Lexon scissors. The ramp crabs actually come with a little jig, a little like a little round little thing so you can trace out. But all you have to do is just kind of like put the hub up against in there and kind of trace it out. See what you need to cut at and just freehand it. Always cut less, you go back and cut more. See, I should have put the timer on to see how much time I'm going to be going with this battery. But so far, so good. Like I said, I'm happy. If I can get this much crawling out that battery on this brushless setup, I'm good. Thank you, thank you. Trying to drive and look at my phone at the same time. I got you guys monitored on my remote. Bucketheads in here. What's up, Drew? Hey, see? Not even paying attention. I'm about to fall off. Jesus. Definitely don't want to drop this body. I know this thing will break probably very fast, but it is what it is. You see a little bit of that purple in there now. In the wheels. I just hit it with some purple Sharpie and then hit it with some matte clear. You can pretty much color anything, man, and just hit it with some clear. It'll take. How you feeling, Drew? All right, let me hit a different line over here. Let me see. Try to get funky with it before this battery runs out. This is a class 3 build. This is a Venge chassis. It's called the Gatekeeper V2. Pretty long. I think it's about 165 millimeters. It's got a carrier bearing setup. You can see it. Real long rear, 95 millimeter rears. But yeah, exactly. What's that? Something weird looking. It's my first C3 build. It's called a Predator. Yeah, I'm starting to like them too, Gary. What makes it class 3 though? It's not just the carrier bearing, right? Is it? Yeah, you got to measure it, man. Yeah, this might be my longest so far right now. This is 165, and so far I've only had 160s. That and the length for class 3. I know skid angles, no limits as far as tire sizes, bodies, all that stuff. But this is if I remember correctly, I think the V2 got modified. He went from a 20-degree skid to a 17. So I think this has a 17-degree skid, the Gatekeeper V2. If somebody wants to correct me on that. Try to hit this notch over here and see how much we clear. Oh yeah, it's the Predator. Yeah, everything on this build is pretty much his. He's on Etsy. So this is his body, his chassis. These are his links, titanium links. Calls them the slither links. Yeah, it's pretty wicked. We got brushless motor in here. My good old budget-friendly PTK. Got big bores on here. Yep, spec. V2 Mias axles. Sandstorm color. I could definitely benefit from some better tires though. Another thing too, I like the overdrive in this. What is the overdrive for this these axles? I know it's very minimal, but it seems like it's plenty, enough. Like that purple came out good on the wheels. Hey, bastard. Oh, shit. Flipped open. I was going to put the screw thing in the front, man, but I didn't want to take away from that, from the hood. Yeah, this thing got some pretty good side hilling, man, and I'm not even outboarded. She's definitely pretty flexy. Let's see if we can get it going over here. Let's see. Hey, like that. Right. They get camera shy, man. Every time you want them to perform, they don't get down in front of the camera. Another thing too, I think me getting the shorter chassis, even though I should have got the XL, I think I messed up and it benefited because I don't know. I think that's what's helping me with that crazy flex in the rear because the way the shocks are outboarded, the way the shocks are like that, it's making it real flexy in that rear. You took the springs out? Yeah, I haven't done that yet on any of my rigs. I usually like to dial in my shocks. One thing I can say that I haven't done, it's my first time, is I didn't put any oil in these big bores. One thing I can say about big bores is my second set, and they do have oil in them. So whatever was in them, I just left it. And so far, so good. Like I said, this ain't a heavy rig. So it's been working, man. It's like plush. It actually has pretty good anti-squat when I pick it up and just drop it. It just settles real nice. But yeah, this battery's going pretty long, man. $214 and optional $216. Yeah, whatever it came with, I put it in there in the rear. So what is that then? 17% overdrive on the drive? Something like that. Yo, what's up, Sep? Yeah, I think it's 11% maybe. Whatever it is, I like it though. I'm so used to having that high 33% that I run. And sometimes that 33% can feel like the wheels are dragging. Yeah, I think we're good now with this battery situation. I think that's good. Definitely getting enough runtime. This is plenty. Ooh. I'm not gonna get that. That's why I put that grip on all this. Not bad, not bad. Not bad considering. Put some DJ crawlers there, all right. This is another little slippery area. This probably be my next little area I'm gonna coat. Oh yeah, what you get, Drew? Yeah, I was spoiled from the jump, man. My very first crawler was brushless, but then right after that, I went to brush. So I've been going back and forth, man. I can do both. It's good. I like both. Snow leopard. Hey. Got to put a little bit more grip on that. Snow kitty. Anybody need something to crawl on, man? I'll donate this Devil's Tower to a good home. Somebody could pick this up. It's an awkward size. I definitely can't send it. Yeah, that undercarriage looks crazy though. That don't look mean. You live in Ohio, Gary? Shit, you want to take that drive? You can have it. Damn, this thing is doing pretty good, pretty long as far as battery life. Let's go inside the cove. Yeah, right. Yeah, they like another name from they comp build C3s. They call them alien builds, you know, compy. But yeah, definitely you can do all that. Some funky colors. Yeah, Gary got a pretty sick one too. The Texoma. That's definitely some weird compy stuff. Yeah, the Angler. That seems to be a popular design now, though. That kind of like that fish head. Did you see the Mofo Piranha? Little SEX 30 joint he got out. Oh, did you? Yeah, I don't know too much about that chassis. I just know it was crazy looking with the different links and everything. I just get nervous when I look at 3D printed stuff. I need to redo the escalator over there. I don't use it. I don't utilize it. Maybe I could build something out of it. See if we can hit this corner real quick. Nothing stock. Alex. When in doubt, throttle out. Let's hit this hard line. Ooh. Oh, shit. Get yourself in trouble. Yeah, I get hyped, Gary, when I see you post something, man. You gotta start posting. I'm like, oh shit, Gary posted something. All right, we about to head back over to the bench. This thing is lasting a lot longer than I thought. Jesus. I ain't mad at that. I built this suicide ridge. I made it pretty narrow, man. It's pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky in some spots. That's why I had to widen it. I don't like this diff cover. It's a little funky. I gotta do some sanding to it. It's a little weird back there. Right, this thing is lasting a long time for this little. This is an SCX30 battery. Take it over here real quick, since we're right here. Why not, right? See how it does going up Geronimo. Shouldn't be no problem. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We finally hit dead. That was pretty long, man. I told you. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm happy with that. If I can get that much runtime out of that battery with this setup, sign me up. Sign me up. Okay. What did I miss over here? Oops, that was out loud. At Sean's? Sean who? All right, Drew, thanks for stopping in, bud. Sean Moore? I haven't seen his. Does he show it off on YouTube? I'm only on YouTube. I'm not on any other platform. So I miss out on all the activities. I miss out on all the cool stuff. Yeah, man, I love my course. This is a 4x10. It's come a long way. I used to be crawling on the floor. You go back and look at my old videos, man, it's crazy. Even look at if you look even look at this my workbench. This is definitely truly an addiction. Yeah, no, I mean I definitely know who he is, but when you said it, that's why I never seen it on YouTube. I know who he is, but I haven't seen his like any video footage of his course on YouTube. You know what I mean? I mean, I like these courses, man. I'm seeing people come up with some cool courses, sick ones. But yeah, man, I think this came out pretty dope. You see what I wound up doing, Seth? I don't know if you saw it, but I wound up keeping everything in here, hot glued it inside here, and then we put some black marker to the wires to blend it in a little bit better. Looks pretty good on camera. I'll take it. Wrapped up the batteries. Shit, looks better than BOA, in my opinion. All right, so let's get that bad boy done. Cool. Thank you. All right, this next project I want to do is I want to tear into this SCX30 and put this mofo, this torque beast in here. Let's just do a quick little comparison. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, I got to see that angler out there, man. So the angler is, you said pretty long, huh? Let me just double check this. I think this is 165, though. Ooh, maybe a little longer. Nah, it's about that. 165, 166. That's with 95 rear. With these 45 fronts I got? I think they were 45 fronts. Maybe 50s. Maybe 50s. But yeah, man, that's nice. Nice and light. I'm loving it. Like I said, right now, the way she's sitting, I think the only thing I would probably think about would be different wheel tire setup. That's it. Yeah. All right, we're going to put this battery in here for testing. Gladiator lengths are shorter than those, though. Those are 95s in the rear. think Gladiators are 78s. His servo's on his way out too. Definitely got more punch, this one. All right, let's tear into this bad boy. Where's my bit at? That's not it. All these bits look the same. 1.0. Come on, Rich. The 88, the stock motor. So those who don't know, the slider has to come off. You don't necessarily have to take the whole slider off. I used to just take off one and swivel it. But you want to get this whole, you want to get this out the way and take the whole case off because the motor has to come out. So you definitely got to take the slider off. But these motor swaps are pretty fast, man. They're easy to do. One thing I can say is just make sure your gear mesh is cool, test it out before you put everything back together. And one thing I've been learning is sometimes when you bite down on the screws too much, it'll throw off the mesh. So sometimes if you tighten it and then back off a little bit, it releases some of the tension. I know that was the case when I installed my MB100 and the 50 turn Endura motor. Okay, that's off. Then we got, I think, 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws in the motor case. Stock motor, yep. 88 turn. And the K10 has a 65 turn. Which in reality, I'm sure this Torque Beast is still better than both of them. As soon as you take these screws off, just be aware that underneath there are the gears, and they're going to want to tend to pop out on you. So You're going to want to kind of hold it sideways. These things are tiny. I haven't gone to a magnifying glass yet, man, but shit, that's next. Be in this joint with the damn headgear. Looking like a scientist. I gotta switch to my left. I am a lefty, but I'm ambidextrous, so I do favor my right. Right is my strong arm, but I am a lefty. But I can use tools on both sides. Nice. Yeah, that's a whole other mechanics that I have to get down. It's some four-wheel steer. I would like to try that. Guess it's all about your setup though, right? You get the right setup on your remote, won't be so tricky. Those little thumb dials are pretty cool. All right, here we go. 5 screws out. There you go. Got the case. Inside here. So normally, like I was saying before, if you would have kept the skid on there and swiveled it out, you wouldn't be able to get to this one bolt in here. So that's why you got to take the skid off completely. So now we have these 2 Phillips in here. Take those off. And those are actually a little bit bigger bit. It's not the 000. You could probably just use a 0 on that one. And if you guys aren't aware, there is 6 holes in here, meaning 3 positions that they offer. And so far, when I put my 50 turn in here, it went into the stock holes. Same hole setup. There you go. The screws didn't even come out. I'm just going to leave them right there. I wanted the torque beast to show up. Let me see. I know I can still get it to show up. All right, Gary. Is that Gary leaving? I'll be able to put it that way. I wanted the torque beast riding to show up, but it's okay. Let's do a quick little test. Quick little tip, and I learned the hard way by burning out an ESC. Be very careful with these leads, everybody. This is the same exact lead as your battery. This is white colored, meaning this white is going to go in the white color over here for your motor, and the red means power for battery. But if you do vice versa and put the battery inside the other one, it'll short it out. And like I said, I know from speaking from experience. So be very careful with that. That will short out your ESC. So unfortunately, guess which one I did it to? My V2. That was some time back, man. Pissed me off. Started smoking. Dummy move. Dummy move. All right, we're going to test this out. All right, Bill, thanks for stopping in, brother. But before we test this out, we're going to put the cover back on because these gears are going to move. So just hold your finger on there. And then we're going to do some testing. Doesn't feel any different. I just gotta test it out there on the rocks, on the course, see what it feels like. In my hand, it feels almost the same though, power-wise. Oh, another thing too, you gotta burn in the brushes too, right? I heard Rockwell talking about that before. Let me put one screw in this case real quick and drive it around. And do one more check, make sure the gear mesh is right before we button it all up. Put it right in this center one. these are the hole. These are the ones that are pretty tricky because they don't want to go inside the hole. Almost got to have your finger to lead it in. It's like open heart surgery. Good thing I got steady hands. Okay. Got one screw in there. Slow crawling looks a little bit better. This is my Bronco. This is the first one. And this one was probably definitely the best one out the box. All right, let's finish buttoning this thing up. This servo's on his way out, man. This thing is chattery. Yeah, that little tip you put out, Sep, man, with the drive shafts. I learned that kind of later on, man. I used to do it the old way, man. Kind of how Mini Mayhem was doing it the other day. And lining them up from the center and playing that little game. Oh, man, that shit used to drive me crazy. And then I kind of figured it out that way one day. I said, oh, man, this is so easy. Yeah, I don't remember when I did it either. Like, I don't know if I've even seen anybody even doing it. But I'm like, man, that works. Got to spin them around. You know what it is? I probably learned having the different rigs too, man. My FCX, those are pretty tricky. I used to be able to get into those without pulling out the transmission. So I kind of like learned to adapt. And I would spin the axles until I can get in there or whatever. So I'm sure somehow I must have just stumbled upon it. Definitely works good though. But the one thing that still plagues me, man, is that damn little mini deadbolt drive shaft. That little sucker. I got a little mini one in this Venge. Fell out the one time. It was so small. See, these are pretty tricky. These screw holes are so small, and then to line them up is pretty good. What's the latest build you working on, Seth? Any of the latest things that are out there right now? Everybody's talking about? Every week is something new. Tuesday morning, I got my little ritual. I watch my RC Steve. Micro Mondays. I couldn't think of the name. I used to watch it live, but sometimes I wouldn't make it. Operation, you're the doctor. Yeah, I hear you. Definitely like building them. Definitely like wrenching. I like putting on new parts. Love new parts. That's definitely an addiction. All right, one more test. Yeah, there's so many different bodies you can get out there, you know. Look for toy bodies, model bodies. 3D printed stuff definitely is cool. They can get a pricey though. But I just hate that they don't last, man. One drop and they're done sometimes. Just shatter. Definitely seems like it modulates slower better. Missing a screw. See what I'm saying? Oh gosh. Missing a screw. Guess I could find one. Yeah. Jimbo! He said, the way you drive, huh? Well, listen, man, you got them rocks out there. Salt water. Jeff, you got to watch your bearings. Yeah, the water shots look cool, man, but I'll be nervous about that too. It's just more cleanup. The way I drive, I break a lot of crap driving all crazy. With all the grease I put in my axle, it keeps everything nice and lube. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Now, you stay in water, Jimbo. That's why I said, man, you got to get yourself a boat. Yeah, Jimbo be talking about that maintenance too, after running in the water. All right, we got to find another screw. I know I got them somewhere. But let me see if I can find any around here. Yep. Is that one? No. I can't believe that just disappeared on me. Yeah, use that marine grease, right? Usually like blue or green, right? Do that stuff? You know, every time I'm looking for a screw, man, it takes me forever to find it, and next thing you know, I find it, and it's like always attached to a daggone magnet. Finally picked up some Velcro too. Got me some at Walmart. I don't even know why I'm even looking on the floor for that. That's gonna be a little small one. Only grease I use is that lithium. That's what I put in my diff. White lithium. You know where I got some screws at? I know where I got some screws at. It's some of my old stuff. Oh, I might have some right here. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, trying to look for this little damn thing. Jeez. Yo, what's up, James? We got it. We got it. Okay. Got that in. Yeah, I wanted to change out the links on this thing, man, but I still have not been able to change out the links on one of these rigs because I can't get these screws even back out. These things are so small. So only one of my 30s has changed out links. That's it. And I'm sitting on two sets that I can't even swap out. I done tried everything. Tugging on the link to try to get it to back out. First set I was able to do. I did these. I don't know what the heck it is, man. The center ones won't come out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Good luck. Get you some needle nose tweezers for the O-rings. It's gonna be the best trick for them. I did a mine by hand. I didn't even have one, and they were a pain in the butt. But if you have needle nose tweezers, put it right through the O-ring, spread them open, and then put them right over the pivot ball. It's gonna be your best bet. Easiest. It's gonna save you a whole lot of headache. All right. I should have weighed these two motors. I'm sure the other one is way more. I don't know what the weight was before, but 166 grams for pebbles. We definitely not getting rid of that whining sound, though. Yeah, this is how I record, man. I cannot one-hand drive at all, man. So pick these things up from Amazon. It's just a little quarter threads for camera mounts. It comes in a 4-pack, and then I just crazy glue them on top. So you can see I got a bunch of them. They're everywhere. I got them on all my, pretty much all my remotes. Unfortunately, GT5 has a weird shape to it, so I wasn't able to put it up here. At first, I was going to come up with a little styrene solution right here, but then that wasn't working for me. So the GT5, it gets rocked over here on the side. So this one's a little weird for me. So when I'm driving, sometimes I'm like this. It's a little weird, but it works. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Yeah, I cannot one-hand drive forever. But if I had to save my life. But yeah, look at these things are chattering, bro. This servo. As soon as you start putting weight on them, they start to go. The yellow chassis, I haven't been able to play around with it, bro. Where's it at? It's sitting up there. Servo went on it. So I haven't been able to do anything with it. And then now the servo's about to go on this one. Yeah, definitely cool. You need those tweezers. All right, let's get over to the course real quick. And let's see how this torque beast does. Give you guys my honest comparison. Let's see if we gained anything. Mount Richmore, everybody. Anybody new? Indoor crawler course. All right, let's get it. So far, it definitely feels a little stronger. The next servo for the 30, I'm actually trying to wait on a replacement. Horizon Hobby is actually going to replace one, but if I get an aftermarket one, I'll probably try the Endura one or the Mias. The Endura and the Mias are both the same price, I believe. Definitely not the Reefs, though. Man, I can just never get used to this wine. That's why I'm so mad that I burnt out my V2. All about that wheel placement with these little guys. Definitely have another little noise that comes out of this motor. It's another little whirring, little whining sound. Nothing bad though. Come on, Geolanders. Come on, Geolanders. You got it, buddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love these little guys, man. These things are cool. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it, man, until like they keep on, until it comes out. But I know we're going to get an extended wheelbase. I would love to see like the Gladiator version or whatever they come up with. I feel like they're going to do it. It seems like they're right on par. We got Bronco, JOU, and K10. That was the equivalent of the SCX24s as well, right? So now we got to get some kind of, I don't know, what can we get? Something new. Tacoma. Suburban. It has to be something long. I'm waiting to see videos on people with the brand new Mofo chassis. I haven't seen anybody with one built up yet. With the extended links. I've been kind of waiting for that. Here, the deadbolt. Yep. Deadbolt Bronco JOU. Those are pretty much around the same old wheelbases, hit or miss with a couple numbers. 133, 134. The Lexus is 127. Gladiator wheelbase, true Gladiator wheelbase is like 153.7, some shit like that. Because even the Dead 90, I believe, is like 157. I had to look this all up, man. Every time I look, it's another name. Dediator. Dead 90. Or Taco, yeah. Something. Taco. Suburban. What's new out right now? Anything new? Trying to think of like new body styles. You know, they got licensing for everything. They got Chevy, Toyota. But then I thought about maybe they'll revisit their old stuff. So maybe they'll give us another Power Wagon. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's coming. We have plenty of room on this chassis still to go. As far as longer links. And that's why you have all those holes in the rear. We're nowhere near those holes in the rear. So I think it can be done with just longer links and a longer drive shaft. That's all it would take. DJ Call Quest, what's up, bro? Speaking of courses, my man got a real nice course. I'll be checking out his stuff too. You guys haven't checked out his page? Very creative course, man. Indoor course. Yeah, I'm all about the home courses, man. I don't care what it's made from, as long as you made it and you're being creative with it. Not to knock what everybody's doing out here, man, but I'm sorry, I can't do a course that looks like Legos. I don't care if you 3D printed it or not. But to me, that doesn't look real. Maybe you think my spray foam doesn't look real, but yeah, there's just so many different techniques you can do out here, man, for courses. And, you know, just show off your creativity. You know, everybody's space is different, so everybody can't do what everybody else has. Everybody's budgets are different, so can't afford all that different stuff, you know? So you just gotta do what works for you. Thank you, brother. I go back and look at my old videos, man. I used to play on the floor. One little section, man. Matter of fact, on this table over here, I used to play. This was one of my original pieces right here, guys. This piece right here came up on this side. It stopped right here. We had the rocky steps that used to be in here. If you guys go look at my old videos, you'll see. This thing came a long way. We had a tunnel that used to be right here. Tunnel got imploded. But over time, I just got more and more creative with it and just started building. All this stuff came afterwards. But we have some of the original pieces. This center piece was an original piece. This third piece over here was an original piece. And then after that, everything got added. Added some real rock finally, you know. But yeah, man, I love it. It's definitely my therapy. It's the first thing I do when I come down here. And I don't have to go anywhere. But yeah, lately I've been doing a Mod Podge grit technique on here. You can see it right there. And it's giving me a pretty good grit. It's actually making more lines better. I just hate negative space. So anytime I'm, like right now I've been thinking about creating something new. And I've just been staring and where can I put it at, you know? Wooden bridges, yeah. Well, yeah, I got all my stuff over here. I got, it's kind of all covered up. But we got stitches over here. This was the Boardwalk Empire. I got some wood feature over there. Kind of used to test out the tires going up that. The popsicle sticks. I like the popsicle sticks. One little tip I could tell people, if anybody doing popsicle sticks, one little cool detail is just take off the edges. It just gives it that better little touch so it doesn't look like tongue depressors. As you can see right here, I didn't do it. Versus something like this. Just gives it a better look. That's all. Knock off that little round edge so they don't look so kiddie-ish. Like over here, did the same thing. These are rounded out tongue depressors. Even put the little markers on them to make it look like we got some stakes in it. And then we did some coloring. Appreciate the sub. Thank you, sir. This is another cool line right here, the way the spray foam created these ridges. Definitely test out the car. See that? Let's hit that again. All right, Seth, thanks for stopping in, brother. Be safe. Ah, that's a tough little line right there. I'm gonna be jumping off of here soon. I wanted to do this testing out with this. So far, so good. Let's see. We got a lot of different undulations in here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but especially for this little guy, stacks up angle very quick like that. You gotta be careful. Thanks, Guru. Yeah, I've only been into crawling. Got my first crawler October 20th, 2024. And this is where we at with it now. Built the whole course. Mount Richmore. But yeah, this motor's pretty good. I like it. Seems pretty torquey. Appreciate that, man. I'll make sure I look you up too. Do you have any content? I know a lot of people might not think that I follow them, but I do look up a lot of people that follow me. And I basically look up your name. If I don't see that you have any content, I just kind of don't follow because I see that people aren't putting stuff out. But if I see it, you do put out content, I'm always definitely following people. But yeah, I definitely have no problem following anybody. Hello, Mary. You guys working on any builds? We got some more fellow SCX30 owners out here. How you guys liking them? Do we have any non-believers still? I hope at this point we don't have any non-believers of the 30 anymore. I think a lot of people are convinced. Those who want them already have gotten them. May not be for everybody, but they're pretty cool. They definitely have a place in a home course. Tell you what though, I think with this motor I can slow crawl a lot better. Seems like the control is better. A little small rock like that can stop it. Yeah, these guys are pretty small. But yeah, they can handle their own, man. Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about that myself too. I'm kind of late in the game, man, when it comes to social media and learning how to do all this stuff. But I'm approaching, I got like 1,700 subs. And I would like to do some kind of stuff like that, man, give back. I don't have much to give back, man, but you know, even if I could just give away my stuff, I would like to do that, you know. give a body away or something like that. Somebody could benefit from that. Hey, I knew that was gonna happen. You have a WPL? Yeah, WPLs are cool. I've been seeing a lot of videos on that. Those got pretty popular. I didn't know much about those a couple months back, you know, but they definitely gained a lot more popularity. Hey, that was a bad turn. You have 430s? Okay, yeah, 2K10s, uh-huh. Into a double stack. Oh, shit. I gotta see, did I come across that? It's got the dually wheels? Yeah, I need to catch that, right? All right, this is one of those tricky spots. Let's take it back to the bottom. We put some coating on this, and it's a lot better. But it still gets a little tricky. It's pretty steep. Yeah, I'm just gonna start saving all my bubble wrap when I get stuff and just throw it on the floor down there. I've lost so many things on this floor. But yeah, Pebbles, man, she's dialed. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide Ridge. Oh, yeah, the dual stacks? Yeah. I ain't messing with my dual stacks. They still in the package. I just patinaed mine. I got some stuff in my bed. My K10 got the tits knuckles now. And right now I got the tits wheels on it. I flip back and forth between all the wheels though. I'll put the wheels on this one too, man, but I got the spare tire in the back and I don't like the wheels not matching. Yeah, this motor is definitely stronger. Yeah, I like the Geolanders, man. This is my second set. The other set are on the, I got them on the tits wheels. I got the Proline Aztecs. And I got the Endura pins. Hey, let's make our way back over to the bench. The bridge. Just like that. Made it back home from a trip of crawling. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm at home. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely make sure I check off, make sure I'm following everybody. Gotta check out your page, man. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This motor did pretty good, not too hot. Stock electronics. They're pretty cheap. I think they're like 15 bucks, right? Mofo. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Here goes my little K10. Got the JOU shocks on here. This one doesn't even have the stock K10 shocks. So it's got a different ride height. Smells like it's burned in. Smells good. Did you pick up any servos yet for this? Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 servos, man. And this is the other one. This was what's my man's name? Jamie Giuliano. I think it was, right? On Etsy. SCX30 chassis. So 11 degree skid, I believe, this one. And this was the gold color. Hello, Mary. This was probably one of my first ones I did. This is my original JOU. And I got the 50 turn in here Endura with the MB100, which is decased. This is a fly sky receiver. And then this one has the Endura 26 millimeter shocks. We got the Endura axle housings, knuckles. But yeah, my servo went on this one. So we're just waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting for a replacement. And then if that takes too long, I'm just going to have to just pull the trigger and get a new servo. How you doing, Mary? You have any 30s? Working on anything? Ran this earlier. This is my V3, my C3 build. Venge. I said V3, right? I should call it a V3 for Venge. Venge C3. This is the Predator. Ran that earlier. Finally gotten this button up. Pretty sick, pretty sick. What's up, Jeffrey? Thank you, man. Yeah, this is Venge. C3 build. Got slither links. Yeah, she's long. It's 165. Call it the Predator. These wheels came out pretty good. I just put some purple Sharpie on them. Oh, excuse me. Put purple Sharpie on the wheels and then cleared it with some matte spray. Just to lock it in. Give it a different look. A little hint of purple in there. Got it on the fins in here. I know zero about a TRX. I know zero about Traxxas stuff anyway, period. I've never owned anything Traxxas. But I know there's a big following for TRX 4Ms. Definitely. They got some sick bodies. I love all their bodies they do. Pretty detailed. From just what I hear, though, just you have to put a lot of money into them just to get them to get them dialed in right. I could be wrong, though. Seems like SCX 24 is king when it comes to everything aftermarket, customization. Seems like TRX is catching up, though. I see there's a lot more people coming out with new chassis for them now. More of the competition stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, these little 88 turns, man, they're okay. I think they're pretty good. I've never felt like I was underpowered. I've even had them in SCX 24 builds with weight on them. But, you know, we always want more wheel speed, more control. Which TRX 4M is it? If anybody heard me talking about earlier, my V2 that I burnt out, this is it right here. And you can see where it fried itself through the tape right there. You can see that little spot right there. So something burned out on the board. I don't know what it was, but this is just Gorilla Tape I had underneath there. But this board right here, that's what burnt out. So I don't know what happened, but I just kind of keep it around just for reminder. But yeah, same thing here. White and the red, white and the red. Always pay attention to that. Remember, red is for battery. It's one too many yawns in a row. It's about that time. Almost hit 2 hours. Got 3 more minutes. Got one person in here. All right, everybody, YouTube land. Thank everybody for stopping in again on my live. Everybody have a good night. Hope all your bills go well out there. And I hope you don't lose any screws. Be safe, everybody. Peace.